Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here at the auto dealership getting my truck squared away. In fact, we would actually call it preventive maintenance. And that struck me as I was going for a run. Yeah, I dropped the car off, go for a run, come back. It's all about time management, but that's another weekly word. And it came to me that preventive maintenance is the perfect thing that we can address this week, because I think that if we take an approach of preventing things from breaking, at least to the best of our ability, then we will find ourselves in a better position in the long run. Now, when I talk about preventive maintenance, generally in the Marine Corps especially, we talk about how we take care of our vehicles and our equipment, but I think we can use preventive maintenance and apply that to really ourselves. So if we're doing the right things physically, the right things emotionally, and if we're in touch with our inner spirits, we're going to have a really, I think, an up in preventing things from going awry. Now, there's so many things that we can't affect, but we can affect what we can affect, and I think that the proper way to do that is through preventive maintenance. I mean, just think about how many times you're in a position where something breaks that could have been prevented had we taken the preventative approaches well prior to the breaking to help that situation. Look at our longevity on Earth and how as we get older our bodies get more wear and tear and our bodies have a tendency to not function as originally intended. How many times can these things be prevented, or can the original intended mechanism for the body's operating be prolonged by having some preventive maintenance? Think about your teeth. Yeah, perfect topic for me, right? Well, a lot of people don't realize, like, I didn't have a cavity until I was like 38 years old. And I would attribute that just simply to good genes, perhaps, but also really taking care of the teeth from the beginning. And as time went on, taking good care prolonged the time in which a cavity happened. Now, I know people out there that have had cavities when they were very young, and sometimes that's genetically how they're disposed. I also know people that have been 50, 60 years old and really never had a cavity. So there is a genetic piece to it, as I mentioned. But if we take preventive caution and preventive measures along the way, just like we do with our cars, with our lawnmowers, the same thing we should do with our bodies. And I think that our minds could also benefit. You know, there's a big trend moving forward now about taking time to do everything from self-reflection, self-awareness, yoga, breathing, all these therapies, and they're all focused on reaching that inner spirit, calming your mind, and doing these things in such a way as to be preventive. So this week, the weekly word is preventive-maintenance, PM, as we call it in the Corps. Hope you have a great week, and hope that you can find some things to do today and this week to help you prevent issues in the future by taking the time now to do preventive maintenance. Have a good one, y'all.